Dear Mr. President and members of the House and Senate, my name is Melody, and I'm a mom of 4 living in the state of North Carolina. I wanted to let you know my opinion on the State of the Union. Today I wanted to let you know that I am disappointed that not one member of the House and Senate who voted on the stimulus bill had time to read that bill. However, enough voted yes in both the House and the Senate to pass it. That is not the way our government is to work. Mr. President, you and the leadership of the House and Senate promised transparency and promised to allow we the people, your employers, input into bills before they were voted on and more input into bills before they were signed. Yet I respectfully submit that that is not what you are doing. You are in fact doing the exact opposite of what you told us you stood for. I read that bill in its entirety, and even I can see that the result will not be to lift us up. We are now living in a culture of fear, where you are telling us only you guys in the government can save us. That is not true, and to tell us that removes our belief that America is indeed the land of opportunity. See, I have been one of the poor and downtrodden. I've lived in my car. I've worried where my children's next meal would come from. My family has had our home foreclosed on. However, never once in all that time did I ever believe that I could not start over. Did I stand and say it was the government's fault or society's responsibility? It was not the government that came in and rescued me, Mr. President and members of the House and Senate. It was that small business that offered me a job, that corporation that took a chance on me, everyday people who uplifted me and encouraged me. That's what got me through those times. It was my ability to see where I had erred and the opportunity to correct those things. It was the belief that I could succeed and I could fail. What you're doing is removing our ability to do that, to reach out and uplift those who need us, because you're working so hard to convince us that we must rely on the government. You're taking away our willingness to take a risk, to succeed and fail, because you're now telling us that the government is going to be everything to all people. See, it doesn't matter if I voted for you or for the members of Congress. What does matter is that you guys now have the responsibility to represent all of us. This crisis was not, as you supposed or said, the opportunity to change the very fabric of our society. Do you honestly believe that the $13 a week that my family will receive in a tax credit will stimulate this economy? Do you honestly believe that the one-time additional $4.80 a week that Social Security recipients are going to receive, that's going to stimulate our economy? Do you honestly believe that having my family pick up the tab on health insurance for a family that makes double what we do will stimulate our economy? Can you look me in the eye and tell me that forced protectionism is going to turn this economy around? Can you honestly say that expanding our government to never-before-seen levels will turn this economy around? I submit that you have lost faith in the amazingness that is America and her people. You have forgotten that the citizens of this country are not afraid to put our shoulders to the grindstone and carve out a life. You have forgotten that we, the people, are more than capable of knowing what is best for our families and implementing those things. You have forgotten that your job is to serve and protect us. You have forgotten that you work for us and not the other way around. Our country is the most blessed in the world, but you have forgotten it is not because of our government. It never was. Mr. President and members of the House and Senate, I implore you to stop the track you've placed us on. I implore you to once again believe that America is the land of opportunity, that the people that live here are smart and capable and have ingenuity. I ask you to believe that it's not our government that makes us great. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Melody, a mom in North Carolina and one of your many employers.